Hi, it's Marcus from Aroma Time Bistro, and I'm here to talk today about the closing list at our restaurant. This is a staff training video. It's on our blog, and at the end of the night, just like your opening list, you went through and checked things off, you have the same thing with a closing list. It's on the back side of the opening list, again.
On the clipboard that's kept downstairs behind the bar.
Goes by days, Monday through Thursday. Monday, and then whatever it goes. It actually has a few more days than a week here. You go down, you check off. It has like 9 days. It's a little confusing at the beginning. You go off and check down each day's your work. So, things on the closing list: clean bread table. In the kitchen, you have to wipe down the bread table. You guys cut the bread there. It's kind of your area during service, even though it's in the kitchen. Wipe it down, get a rag, get some bleachy water, or ask Wally, the dishwasher, for some soapy water, scrub it down, wipe it down, make sure it's presentable, no crumbs left. Plates, silverware. What's that, Jamie? Plates and silverware.
They have to dry the plates and wipe the silverware down.
So the silverware. So it's wiping, make sure all the silverware is wiped down at the end of the night. Wally or the dishwasher will try to wash it throughout the course of the night, but make sure it's done. Make sure you don't leave anything for the next day. Glasses from the kitchen area back on the back table. Make sure there's no glasses left back, that they get dried and put back to the bar or on the tables.
Make sure there's no racks that have glasses in them.
Yes. Make sure you don't leave anything for the next day, for the staff for the next day. That's extremely important, because then it throws off their opening list, and it's not fair, because you guys are actually getting tipped out for the stuff that's on this closing list, because if you're serving stuff, you're getting tipped out from the customers. The staff the next day is not getting tipped out for. So don't leave your stuff for them the next day. That's extremely important. Make sure the bean dips are covered and they go back into the back cooler outside. Let the kitchen know about how much bean dip is left, so they know how to make it. The bean dip is our standard dip for our bread here. It's white beans, olive oil, rosemary, thyme, and sea salt. Very, very good. Wipe down the salt and pepper shakers. Make sure they're filled up. Go around and check all the tables for proper setup. You'll be surprised how it's missed, especially at nighttime. You guys want to get out of here. I know it gets late sometimes. Go around and check. Make sure you don't leave anything again for the next day. Change the garbage bag. Sometimes on a slower nights where there's just some paper that's thrown in, we try to recycle all the paper. But if there's a garbage bag behind the bar that only has 1 or 2 things in it that's not food related, you can actually hold off on taking that garbage out and wasting a garbage bag. Make sure you sweep behind the bar, in the dining room. Sweep as good as you can. Just for the next day. Restock the sugars, the sugar packets that we use. Restock the water, the bottled water that goes in the refrigerator. You want to make sure it's cold for the next day. The linens go out every Tuesday night, the dirty linens. We don't have tablecloths, but we do have like some rags or stuff. More the kitchen does that. The kitchen uses the rags. You guys have some rags, but they go actually into the regular linen basket that Jamie washes or takes care of. To make sure the lights are off outside, upstairs here in the office, and
going downstairs.
The only lights that are left on for security reasons are behind the bar, the ones that are built into the back of the bar, the fluorescents. The kitchen lights are left on for security, and the back hall light is left on for security. So those lights are the only lights left on for security. Everything else in the building should be turned off completely. The lights for security, so you can see actually from one end to the other if the police are looking in or something. Very, very important that those are left on. Make sure that alcohol is counted on tickets, so you go through the night and you rally up the tickets and just circle, $50 in this ticket was alcohol. And
it goes on the top left-hand corner of the ticket.
So when Jamie processes it, she knows. Make sure the chairs are neat around the bar, line them up, so they're ready to go the next day. All dishes out of the kitchen that should be out of the kitchen that belong, like coffee cups, espresso cups, things like that. Don't leave anything on the back table there. Make sure it's all back into the dining room. Write the number of people in the reservation book so we have a history. If it's 100 people, write 100 people. Then you write down the amount of dollar sales we did so we can figure it out. If it's $4,200, 100 people, $4,200. Okay, it's $42 a person average. Never ever include sales tax. Always do that before sales tax. So just so we have an idea of what the check average was. We can go back historically and look and run some things. Check ice cream, very important. It's a waitstaff job to check the ice cream in the freezer in there. You guys are the one that's serving it most of the time. So go through and make sure there's enough in the cooler upstairs and enough downstairs that are actually, so we don't have to reorder. It takes several days to get some of the ice cream that we order just because they don't stock it here and they have to order from their Albany warehouse. Very, very important. Don't go the last minute and say, I'm out of Ben & Jerry's Chunky Monkey. It won't work. It just doesn't work. You have to be ahead of that. When we left down to one container downstairs, you need to let the kitchen know. Say, hey, I have one container left. The kitchen, the chef will then know to order. No glasses or rags or anything left on the back tables. The server station makes sure that's all clean. The candles go back to the charging docks, rechargeable candles. They won't charge if you don't plug it in. You got to stick them on there and make sure they're in. Clean the coffee station. Make sure there's no coffee crumbs and all that, which is one of the beer coolers on top of the beer cooler. Clean it all up. Everything needs to get cleaned at the
You have to empty out the pitcher, the containers that the coffee were in. You need to pull out the filter tray and make sure that's empty and cleaned out. You need to wipe all around that whole station there.
Bring in the sign from outside. If it's time sensitive, like Thursday jazz, now it's Friday, wipe that off. We'll rewrite something else so that's appropriate for the next day, or one of the specials that we have. Bread, the napkins that were in the bread baskets go into the linen basket. Check the hallway. Make sure nothing in the hallway is that boxes get thrown around here or there, and just make sure everything's tidied up and not in the way. The high chairs come back up upstairs into the back room. They don't get left in the dining room. They don't get left in the stairwell. It's a fire hazard. They don't get left on top of the stairs. They come up into the stairs and into the back room behind me here, where you actually probably got the high chair from, or somebody on the shift got it from. Let's see. It looks like that's about it on the list here, Jamie. There might be one or two other things you'll be asked to do that are part of the thing. Very important. Make sure you check out with one of the supervisors, one of the team leaders. People who've been here the longest know the ropes on all this. Just check out with them. Just don't disappear. It's a collaborative effort. Make sure everybody is in on it, and let people know if something's not done, or just communicate. And hopefully this helps you with the closing list. It's extremely important to leave the restaurant nice and clean. When Jamie and I come in the next day, sometimes we have a meeting, a business meeting, people show up, and we want to make sure the restaurant's presentable, and don't leave something for tomorrow. That's not the attitude, and that's what we want to do. So stay tuned on this blog for more in-depth training videos.